And oh, are you, my YouTube audience? This is Mama Pray Lifestyle. And I just want to say thanks again for joining in, you know, on my live chat. And I hope somebody's out there listening. I'm waiting to see if there is some audience out there listening to Mama Pray Lifestyle. Yes, 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 I'm waiting. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is the the island of Jamaica, and I am happy. I am happy because I realized that sorry about that. My sugar reminder monitor chipped in. However, I am happy. I just saw today that they have found black opal in Jamaica. And they have also found copper, and gold. Now Jamaica is on the market. That a lot of people is very interesting in the island of Jamaica. They are very interesting in the island of Jamaica because we are going on the top commercialized. We are in affiliation with the first world, even though we are the third world, because we have what they want. They have found copper, gold, and black opal. Those are stones that are very, very expensive. And so for Jamaica to have black opal, which is a stone that is very expensive, they use it to make jewelry and all kind of stuff. But they also find a something like cobalt, but it's something that they have mined from the volcano, and no lie, it's not from the volcano. It's in the bottom of the sea. They found in the bottom of the ocean this black stone is like cobalt, which is used for in many industry. They found that also in Jamaica. So there's a lot of investors that coming into the island of Jamaica that are coming to state their claim and to see what can be gained from this mountain of treasury, gold, black opal, copper, and oil. So you see, we are not just a third world country anymore. We are in line. That means there's a lot of countries that want to come to invest in Jamaica. Isn't that something wonderful? So now, if you go on YouTube, if you go to YouTube, let me see. Oh, I can get this. If you go to YouTube and you type in Jamaica makes the biggest discovery, black opal, and you will see a whole lot of other stuff that Jamaica is now famous for. I don't know if I can show you. Let me see if I can get this thing. But I don't know if you can see it. Uh, um, let's see if I can tap into it. Come on. I'm trying to
If
see
you're
if
a
it.
black man or woman like me, I need you to really listen. There's a natural honey mix we can use to reset blood sugar levels almost instantly.
Deposits of black opal, gemstone royalty with the power to upend Jamaica's economy. We'll break down how this rumored discovery surfaced, why black opal commands elite prices, and what a multi-trillion-dollar valuation could mean for roads, hospitals, housing, and real jobs. We'll also examine hard risks, foreign exploitation, environmental damage, corruption, and price volatility in a luxury market. Finally, we'll map serious paths forward, transparent policy, community ownership, and sovereign wealth planning, to decide whether this becomes liberation or another lost legacy. In the heart of Spanish Town, the island's old colonial capital, geologists have uncovered what early whispers suggest could be one of the most valuable resource mines of the 21st century: vast deposits of black opal. Now, this isn't just any gemstone. Black opal is the rarest, most precious of its kind, nicknamed the crown jewel of the opal family. And if early estimates are even close to correct, Jamaica might be sitting on reserves valued at nearly 2 trillion US dollars. To put that into perspective, Jamaica's current GDP hovers around 17 billion. That means this discovery, if confirmed, could equal more than 100 times the nation's entire yearly economic output. Imagine overnight access to wealth capable of transforming roads, schools, hospitals, housing, and lifting every Jamaican citizen into a new reality. But as history has shown us, resources can be both a blessing and a curse. The same discovery that could usher in prosperity might also invite exploitation, corruption, and foreign control. So, will Jamaica use this treasure to rise into a new era, or will it repeat the mistakes of history? Stay with me as we break down this incredible story, piece by piece. And before
Okay, so that's just a short snippet. That is just a short snippet that I want you, my followers, to see how Jamaica is growing. We have black gold, we have oil, we have black opal, we have copper, and I'm gonna try and see if I can find the snippet of these that you can see, because I don't want anyone said I'm spreading propaganda. So this is just to let you know that Jamaica is on the market, and they are not telling us that they're not informing anybody about what's going on in the island. So I like for my people to know that this is Jamaica is growing. So we have black opal and we also have oil. Jamaica found the biggest oil discovery. This is another one. Jamaica found the biggest, I'm sorry, the biggest oil discovery. So here we go. And I'm going to be playing, trying to see if I can play a little bit of this. So we talk about the black opal. So now we're going to be talking about one of the biggest discovery that Jamaica
If I
has.
told you that beneath Jamaica's turquoise waters, beneath its reggae rhythms and golden beaches, there might lie something that could completely rewrite the island's destiny. Not music, not tourism, but oil. Billions of dollars worth of it. This tiny Caribbean nation, known for its beauty and
Text your
culture, could
friends and
soon
tell
find
them to
itself
join
standing shoulder to
Mama
shoulder
Pray
with
Lifestyle.
global
She's
energy
showing us
giants.
what the
But
wealth,
before we unravel
all the
this
wealth that
unbelievable
Jamaica
story
has.
of discovery, power, and risk, take a moment to subscribe. Over 90% of people watching haven't subscribed yet, and trust me, you'll want to stay tuned for what's coming next, because Jamaica's story is about to take a turn no one saw coming. For decades, Jamaica's identity has been built on tourism, agriculture, and bauxite mining. It's a land of music, color, and movement. An island that thrives on visitors who come to escape reality. But what if the next chapter of Jamaica's story isn't about escape? It's about energy, wealth, and transformation? For years, whispers circulated among geologists that something massive might be hiding deep below Jamaica's southern waters. Strange patterns found in seismic surveys hinted at vast underground reserves, formations that looked eerily similar to those found in oil-rich regions around the world. At first, the idea sounded far-fetched. Oil in Jamaica? The technology to confirm it didn't exist locally, and the government had little reason to take the gamble. Tourism was booming, and
I
the risks
decree,
seemed too
Iris.
high.
I see your
But
eye.
then, as global oil prices surged and
Also,
exploration
I,
technology evolved, foreign energy
darkness.
companies began to look
I see
closer,
your eye.
much closer. That's when
And then we
everything
have
changed. An
Shy on
international
Clark.
exploration firm brought its advanced seismic
Yes.
mapping tools to Jamaica's southern coast. What they found sent shockwaves through the industry. The data revealed deep geological structures that could contain up to 7 billion barrels of recoverable oil, a number so staggering it could double Jamaica's GDP. For a nation of under 3 million people, that kind of discovery could mean total transformation. Overnight, Jamaica was no longer just a paradise for tourists. It was a potential gold mine for the world's most powerful energy players. The implications were immediate. If the findings proved true, Jamaica could join the ranks of oil-producing nations for the first time in history. But such an opportunity doesn't come without enormous challenges. To extract that oil, Jamaica would need to build a massive new industry from scratch. Drilling rigs, refineries, storage depots, shipping ports, and power infrastructure. Experts estimated that the total investment required could surpass $20 billion over the coming decades. Imagine it. New jobs across engineering, logistics, and construction. New sources of revenue that could fund hospitals, schools, and roads. For the first time, Jamaica could move from energy dependence to energy independence. But there's a darker side to this dream, one that history has repeated far too often. Countries that suddenly strike oil often face the resource curse, a wave of corruption, inequality, and environmental destruction that leaves ordinary citizens behind. Could Jamaica avoid that fate? Around the world, powerful nations began to take notice. The United States, seeking to secure energy stability in the Caribbean, expressed interest in Jamaica's potential.
Okay.
China,
So
already deeply invested in
that's
Jamaica's
just a little bit
infrastructure through the
about
Belt and Road
the
Initiative,
oil.
saw new
They have
opportunities to
found out
expand
that
its
oil is
influence.
in Jamaica.
Even neighbor
They have found out that we have black opal, which is a type of stone that is highly expensive. Now you see that our country is no longer the underdogs. And so we have to step up as if we are the first class country, first world country. Because the first world, they are coming into the island of Jamaica to invest. And if they have the money to do the investment, then they're going to have a lot of percentage of whatever mineral or resources that we have in our country. So we have to make sure that when we're signing those blueprints, we don't sign ourselves out and end up in nowhere, being kicked out of our own treasure. So let us think about this thing and understand what this is all about. We also have copper. So now Jamaica found oil, and we find what? Copper. Let me see if I can find that one to get that one up for you. So found the biggest oil, and then we have the copper. Here we go. Copper. See, make sure I can get that up. What is going on? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, this happened when the enemy don't want us to talk about what we need. But
Have you noticed
Oh,
it?
just give me a
More and more
second.
people are
I'm going to
wearing
try
these
to
small
get this.
devices around their neck or waist. It's not.
Trying to skip together. So here we go. What is going on here?
What if the world's next great copper gold discovery wasn't in the mountains of Canada or the deserts of Australia, but on a Caribbean island famous for its beaches? What if a small exploration company was drilling a deposit with grades that rival major mines? And what if this whole story, a story that could reshape an entire nation's economy, was unfolding almost completely unnoticed by the West? This isn't a hypothetical. This is exactly what's happening in Jamaica, where a surge of copper gold drilling is underway. It raises a fascinating question. Who controls the story of the next big resource boom? And it all starts in a place everyone thinks they know, but whose biggest secret has been hiding right under their feet: Jamaica. The name immediately brings to mind white sand beaches, reggae, and incredible hospitality. It's a global brand, a pillar of Caribbean tourism. But just beneath that postcard surface lies a geological secret. A vast, virtually untapped mineral wealth that's been overlooked for decades. While the world knew about the island's bauxite industry, a new chapter in its resource history is being written. This one isn't about aluminum for cans. It's about the copper and gold needed to power our future. At the center of it all is a small, determined junior explorer called C3 Metals. They're the underdog in this story, betting big on a country that isn't on the radar of most mining investors. They are drilling into the island's volcanic rock, and the results are spectacular. This isn't just about finding a little gold. It's about uncovering a potential district-scale system of porphyry copper gold deposits. The kind of large, long-life assets that major mining companies build their empires on. As the world scrambles for more copper to fuel the green energy transition, a potential world-class supply is emerging in one of the last places anyone thought to look. And almost no one is talking about it. So what exactly has C3 Metals found? This isn't just smoke, it's a fire. The numbers coming out of their Bella's Gate project are the kind that make geologists sit up and pay attention. Let's get specific, because in the mining world, the drill bit doesn't lie. One of their standout drill holes hit a staggering 390.7 meters of mineralization grading 0.37% copper and 0.19 grams per ton gold. For anyone not fluent in mining jargon, that is an enormous interval of mineralized rock, a continuous stretch longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall. Within that massive hit was an even richer core, 279.5 meters grading 0.43% copper and 0.24 grams per ton gold. When you combine the value of the copper and gold, you get a copper equivalent, which in this case clocks in at an impressive 0.50% and 0.60%. Why do those numbers matter? Because globally, many huge open pit copper mines are running profitably on grades around or even below 0.5% copper. C3 Metals hasn't just found mineralization, they've found it at commercially viable grades. Better yet, they hit it just 64 meters from the surface, which points to the potential for an open pit mine, the most economic way to get it out of the ground. And these aren't one-off flukes. The company has other impressive results, like 309 meters grading 0.44% copper and 0.33 grams per ton gold at another
Okay.
prospect.
So
These aren't random
we
dots
know
on a map.
now that
They are
it's not
systematically
a flip
defining what's known.
flip. It is reality. They are doing their um, experimental digging, and of course, it is very quiet. The island people, most of them are not aware of what's happening in the country because in Jamaica, it is the politician, they are known for hiding the truth until they cannot hide it anymore. So the people have to come into understanding that yes, Jamaica is coming, very going up on the top of the chart, um, and It's a country that you'd said they what do you call it? When they bid, we are very high on the bidding in terms of dollars because they are finding a lot of stuff. And we have the gold, we have the copper, we have the oil that they're mining, and also this there is something else that they found underneath the sea that they can use that it's like cobalt. And so, once we are aware of what is happening, then we will know exactly who we are. Once we are aware what is happening, we will know exactly who we are. And as a Jamaican, and so we can take interest in the resources of our country, what is being done, what is going on, why is electricity bill so high when we can have our own oil, why we don't go to solar energy, because we have the sun, we have the water, and we have the wind. Why JPS continue to rape the people by that high amount of light bill that we have to be paying when we have resources that can help. Was this a deep sea? And so, we have to just take. Here to say that IMF told us to sell Jamaica, but we are not selling Jamaica. Jamaica is standing on its own. It is standing. There's been discovery. A lot of people is rushing to sign up, to be one of those that do the mining, of Jamaica, mine. And so we have a lot going. I hope we just don't, be stupid enough to sell our wealth off and not get anything. So I'm opening this out so that others may join in and do their research and see what is going on, because we're not poor anymore. We can feed ourselves. We have the resources. So this is not a one-man control or a two-man control. This is the citizens of Jamaica that is in control of the resources of our country. And if we don't open our eyes and see what is happening and what is going on, then others will come in and rape, rape the value, the treasure of our country, and we get nothing. We get nothing. We get nothing. We have limestone minerals. We have a lot of stuff going on, right? Bauxite is blooming. And we have a lot going on, so we have to take interest now. Do our research. Don't wait on the government to tell you everything that is going on. Do your own research. See what's going on. Put your response out there. Let the government know that you know what's going on, and educate our people. We need to have better school, better hospitals. The money is coming in. Over $2 trillion worth of copper and gold and minerals found in the country. Let it work for the country to develop the country and not just put into someone's pocket. So if the people don't know, then they won't have anything to talk about. So now when I find out my information, I am trying to put it out there so that other Jamaicans can keep on top of the topic and send it out. And so, this is my take on it. And I'm just saying, thanks again for tuning to Mama Pray Lifestyle. And just listening to, okay, I got one thing here I'm going to put up. This is my new book. Please go out and to Amazon and get your copy. All right? Art Takes in the Name of Love. And there's another kids book coming out, The Little Rabbit Who Loves to Play. And another book coming out, Struggling with My Identity. Who am I? That's a deep one. And also I'm working on what is it about the Ethiopian Bible. What is it about the Ethiopian Bible? What does it contain that the, that the King James Bible and the other Bible that were given to us does not contain? What is it that we need to know? And I'm really deep. I'm a deep person because I want answers. So I go do my research because I need answers. And so I'm writing on that also. I have a herbal book out. I have a dressmaking book out. So you will be hearing more from me as Mama Pray Lifestyle, relates to the different era of lifestyle, of situation that need to be addressed. And so I will be here. I am not a political, I am a across the board person where I need answers, whether it be religion, whether it be politics, whether it be science, you know, whether it be educational, that's me. So again, be blessed. As I say, I for now. It's Mama Pray Lifestyle. Thanks for joining in, and go look on those research that I placed out there and get your information, get your understanding, and then ask the question you need to ask. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye for now. My next visit. You know what? I'm going to give you a snippet. And before I go, I'm going to give you a snippet of a song that I just did in the studio. So I'm going to give you a snippet of a song that I just did in the studio just before I go. Because I write songs also, I write also, so I'm going to let you listen to this one. You probably heard it before, but I'm putting it out there. I dwell in his sacred place. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. That's a song I just did. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. 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 I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. 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 That's where we should be dwelling, in his sacred place. He that dwelleth in the sacred place of the Most High God shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty God. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. 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 The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still water, and my soul he restores. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. 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 Surely goodness and mercy follow me all my days. I will dwell in his house forevermore. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. I dwell in his sacred place. Amen. 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 The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still water, and my soul he restores. I dwell in his sacred place. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So, God bless you. And I leave you with those words. Dwell in his sacred place. That's where we all dwell. God bless you. See you again on my next video. Bye for now. Be blessed and have a wonderful day. God bless. Okay. I'm still live. I don't know where to get off live. Okay. 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 I would think of, I don't know if I want to do a poll now. If you agree that all Jamaicans should get interested in what's happening in the country, vote yes and leave your comment. Okay? Okay, done.